Look at this. Oh, just like that, making a move. He's got like a 2 set. How many lengths is that? Like a 6 length lead on the field. Here comes just like that. 500 to go. Here she comes. Get on that podium, girl. You get up on that podium, girl. Move it, move it, move it. You want to move it, move it. Come on, horsey, horsey. Get up, get up, get up. Come on, come in second. Come in second. Come in second. Come in second. Let's go. Do 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 do. So my horses, I've been kind of in a rut with my horses because, and I don't want to show you what the new horse is yet. I mean, I kind of did. I previewed it on Twitter. We got Halfway Crook. We got What More Can I Say? Just Like That, I bought. That's not one that I named. Generous Dream, I bought. I didn't name it. Serpent Stance Behind My Head. And then Red Line and Got You Good. These are all kind of like, they're nice. They're not thrilling. Serpent Stance had some good babies. Not Serpent Stance. Where is it? Generous Dream was our Z1 Genesis that I got that had some really good babies. Right? 12.6 win percent, 14.29, 13.53. So like, he's a breeder. He's not an amazing racer, but he's a good breeder, right? Generous Dream, good breeder. He's out there waiting for the breeding farm to open up again, and he is going to be my super stud horse who's going to bring us all the babies. So he's our ETH farmer is what Generous Dream is, right? So I can put him up for a proper price this time instead of the discount that y'all got last time. And he's going to be our little ETH farming breeder horse. Our horse here, this is the brand new horse that I bought yesterday. And I wanted one that I could race because my horses just aren't the right racing horses. And I'll explain why. I'll explain my thinking and what you're looking for when you have a horse in terms of, did I use a middleman? No, we went through Matic. Open C. Ever do real horse betting? Nah, not my thing. So came from those two horses. It's a Z2 legendary, which means both parents are Z1 Genesis. This is a 2nd generation horse, Z2 legendary. It's a filly, so I can then breed this horse, whether with Generous Dream, I can take my own covers for the 35% discount or whatever, and make more top level class 3 to 1 horses to try and race with its offspring. But let me show you on Zed stats. This site just got way better. This site keeps all the stats and does everything you need to do. They just like updated things last week. So here's my horse Redline that we started the Road to Glory with. One of the couple of horses that we started the Road to Glory with. Run 27 races, and these are all my races, right? We bought this unraced, unbred. So this is its final position distribution. What you want with a horse on this game is a U-shaped distribution. You want a lot up here in 1, 2, 3. You want very little here in 4 through 8, and you want the rest of it in 9 through 12, right? So you want it to be shaped like a U. Mine are all shaped like the letter A, and that sucks. Because you get A-shaped horses, and they're going to rank up, class up, and get out of, you know, they're not going to make you enough money, right? Because they're not going to win. 0 wins in 27 races. Doesn't draw great odds, right? At 1,000, her odds are 16.7. Her best odds so far are 2,000s and 1,200s. I have not put her in a 1,400 or 26 because they don't pop up very often. So kind of she's like an all right horse. She's not a great horse, but we're gonna make some babies with Redline and where's the other horse? Our two Z10s, Redline and Got You Good, which are both basically class 5 horses. But you can see on the stats, we have that A-shaped thing here. Now, good horses, and maybe this is the best horse, right? Pinkman. This is that U shape that you're looking for. This is very reasonably the best horse okay, one of the best horses on the site. Can you see if the races are paid or free? On this site, yes, you can, because it says entry fee right here, and it would say 0 if it was a free race. So as you can see, its odds at every distance. Sick. You see its finishes. It finishes on the podium. What? 30.8, 36.8% of the time. So this horse is returning money to you on 36.8% of the time and winning almost 23% of the time. And then it doesn't class up because while it's won 210 races, it's come in dead effing last 191 times. It is a class 4 horse. A horse that wins this much should probably be higher, but because of the way that their point system works on Zed, this horse kind of stagnates, right? And the cutoff for class 4 is 20 rating points. So this horse kind of stays down and gets ridiculously good odds because it's got this U-shaped final position distribution. You don't want an A-frame horse, you want a U-shaped horse. And this horse, maybe one of the best ones on the site, has that U shape. So you're winning a lot of races, making a lot of money, and then not classing up out of class for your horse, right? You're not getting to a point where you've got a good horse like we have or had. I have a good class 5 horse, and we'll get to the racing in a minute, but I wanted to explain what I'm saying. So here's Halfway Crook, who does really well in class 5, right? As you can see, here was the older races down here. Class 5, first place finish, like 1-2 of his first bunch of races, then ranked up to class 4. And look at the difference in odds when he gets to class 4. Can't race in class 4. 21.5, 25, 32, 26, 46, gets back down to class 5, 11s, you know, and his best distance, I think, is like 1600, right? 1200, 1600, and 2200. But once he goes up to class 4, which is, he goes back down to class 5 and comes in on the podium, 3, 2, and immediately ranks out and doesn't finish in last, always finishes in here. So he picks up points anytime he gets on the podium and doesn't shave points ever. So he's basically ranked up out of class, and he's very difficult for me to race now because it becomes a drag because he's not making money. And here you can see him, he's got a 26. So we're gonna race this new horsey. Need a Griffin race. I guess we're going to do an 1800 since that's what's there. Hey, that's Cal. Cal's in the race. Cal Pears. All right. Get off my cloud, racing out of the four hole today. So this race is going to fill. When this race fills, then it'll show up on the next to run. We can also, yeah, we got to do a jamble. Do I have any mods here today or no? Or do I have to self-mod? I'm fine self-modding, but it's easier if the mods can do the jambles so that I don't have to do them. I have to see the odds before I set up the jamble, though. So when this race fills, the site will populate odds for it. The problem is the Griffin races may take a little while because there's no new horses being made. So it might take a little while for this to fill. Let's see what other, if we got a couple of class 5s that we can jump in. 2200. Was my other horse good on 2200s? Not Pinkman. Redline at 2200 gets not bad, not terrible odds. And what is the other horse's name? Can't I remember? It's been a while. Got You Good. Got You Good is very meh. But they're both blue, which means I have a better chance when I breathe. See what I mean? Look at this. Doesn't get way up on the podium. Has finished third a couple times. Everything's in here. Hit. Hit. Blech. Just nasty. Class 5, 2200 for Redline. Eh. Forgot that I have to do this through MetaMask now. So I transferred my stable to go to the other thing.
He's a legend.
Am I passing gear again? Yes. I'm going to enter this one in a couple of races. We'll put Redline in 2 races here. Then I'll go back to the screen. Okay, we're in. Masked Cabana, thank you very much for the 13 months. See, look, this horse right here, Like the Wind, 136 wins, 76 second places, 69 thirds. Nice, right? I'm not going to draw good odds in this. Must Be the Money. We got Josh in here. This is the baby of Generous Dream. It's one of Generous Dream's babies. But because this horse, with its meager beginnings, right? Let's look up Like the Wind on Zed Stats. Like the Wind. U-shaped. 15% W's, 8.5% seconds, or it comes in dead last. I want U-shaped horses. I want U-shaped horses. They come in the top 3, 30% of the time, and they never rank out. That's the dream. That's what you want. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we don't have. How close is this Griffin? It's never going to fill. Why don't these people get out of this race and get in this race, and then it would fill? Why is there a horse that has raced in a Griffin? Why are you here, sir? It's a boy horse named Cutie Sarah. Okay. It's already raced its Griffin, came in second in the Griffin race. Now it's a class 4 horse racing in a Griffin race. Okay. I hope that race fills. Check the class 5s. Ooh, one of ours filled. Let's see how much longer we have to wait, because usually it's like 30 minutes. 11 minutes. See, people aren't racing as much today. So Redline's in there. Let me check the odds on Redline. If the odds are working. Salvador Grande, excellent. Out of the 4 spot, 17.1 to 1. Our favorites in this race, Baby Maker, lovely. Baby Maker is 9.38 to 1. Royal Racer, this one right here, 7.4 The other two sub 10s are in gate 10 and 12. Busset. I've raced against this horse before. And Baby Jesus. And then in this next one, let me check and see if the odds are up yet. They're not up yet for this one. So we'll get to that one in a minute. If they change the points, U-shape will not be as good. Well, yes. There's a lot of things that they're considering. And look, to their credit, they're trying to make all the different changes that they can. Like, they're going to add more classes because class 1 is kind of messed up at this point. Because, like, I forget where class 1 starts. I'm sure somebody in chat knows and will shout the answer, because if you say you don't know something on the internet, people will race to show you that they know the thing. I think it starts at 80. If you look up Zed Stats class grades, there's a little chart that'll show you, like, 0 to 20 is class 5, 21 to 40 is class 4, such and such and such. So once you get to like 80 plus, you're racing in class 1. You can have your 81 graded horse like this one, just like that, who races in class 1 and can't hang, but I bought her to breed. She goes at like 87. If I put her in a class 1 race, let's look at the class 1 races. Here's one that has 9 horses in it. 135, 144. You're racing against some superstar freaking horses at that point who are piling up numbers, right? In every one of these races. 188, right? This horse, 17% win percentage. 260. This horse, 13% win, 25% place. It's a lot of money. That horse is real solid. It's going to draw great odds. You're going to have a less of a chance to finish on the podium. And they've jacked up the prices of a lot of the class 1 races where you were seeing the class 5s. It's like $5, $2.50, maybe $10 for an expensive one. The class 1 race is $50 to enter, $25 to enter. So if you're entering and you've got 40 to 1, F's in the chat. Any boxes today? No. Just horsies. We got horsies today. Let's see if our horse finishes in the top 6 in this next race. How much time do we have? Got 8 minutes to go until we run in the Salvador Grande. And then we got 9 minutes. So we're going to be back to back with those two. So you guys can get your jamble in. This is for this race, the Salvador Grande. This is red line. Will he finish in the top 6 of this race? About 50% of the time he finishes in the top 6. You guys can bet your channel points to do what you want. If you have any questions about Zed Run, please ask me. I will do my best to answer them. Obviously, the best place in our Discord, if you're subbed to the Twitch channel or the YouTube channel, if you're a channel member on YouTube or if you're subbed to Twitch, there is a horses channel in the VIP section. 2, their Discord, the Zed Run Discord, is a really solid community, and there's people in there in their general channel that will really, really help answer any questions that you may have if this is something that you want to get into. You weren't buying on OpenSea if going for an unraced horse. You placed a bid, seller raced to see the odds and accepts your offer when odds are per. I mean, yeah, they can't do that. There's always, look, anything that exists. FNA TV, thank you for the 14 months, man. Wish breeding return, same. I want to breed a lot of horse babies. I want all the little baby horsies because that's more fun. Just want people to be aware it could happen. I mean, that's the thing. There's nothing stopping them from racing a horse that's up there. You know? But like anytime that you're doing a thing, right? Anytime you're doing a thing that has a large group of people and there is real money involved and you set rules for the thing, there will always be people that are going to try and angle shoot and circumvent or exploit the rules that are in place. Brown, thank you very much for the 14 months, man. Got a run on 14-month resubscribes today. Love it. Okay, we got $1.44 until the race starts. I'm going to turn this down because otherwise it's super loud. Put it right, yeah. Do this, do that. Stoked for draft weekend? I'm excited. I want to see what happens. So, like, it's just unfortunate that there's always going to be angle shooters in the world, and there's nothing you can do about that. But, like, I have not experienced that, though I agree with you that it is certainly something that can and probably has happened. Redline's in the 4-hole. Let's see how she does. Grogu. Nice. There's Redline. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You're going to take Grogu for the win? I mean, I would too. Grogu's a great name. The odds for that other race have never populated. Sweet little baby Jesus. There's one thing they changed that I don't like. They made it so that it's not on auto camera. And I kind of like the auto camera, at least for streaming. So I have to immediately click auto cam. There we go. Where's Redline? There. Okay. Long race. Don't panic. Stop highlighting the wrong horse. There. There's our horse. So they'll run about 800 to 1,000 meters before the first breakers go, and then 100 or 200 meters later, the second breakers will go, and then 100 or 200 meters later, there'll be a third break. And one horse can be involved in multiple breaks. So, like, I've seen horses win races by like a 3-4 second gap over the second place horse. They just completely run away with it. For the most part, they stay in a pack like this. In the longer races like these, the 2200s, less likely to see a bunched finish than in like 1600 and down, the more sprint type races. So around 1100 to 1000 remaining. You can see we're at 1200 remaining right here. See, we're in second, but we could easily one length away from being in 12th. Here come the first breakers. We're going to see who pulls away a little bit. There goes Lady Wildfire, Baby Jesus. We're going to catch the second breakers. Redline in the second breakers. Usually the horses that are up front don't stay in front because there's going to be a late break. And it's going to close up the gap. What's the name of this game? Zed Run. It's a website. Crypto horsies. Based on Ethereum, everything's set up on the blockchain. 300 meters left to go in this race. $100 to go. Redline sitting in fourth. Either gonna break or gonna fall way off. Fell way off. Look at there. Did not finish in fourth. Finished in sixth. See? A-shaped horse. Hate the A-shaped horse. Baby Jesus and Royal Racer. Who was the other one that was way out in front for a while? It was the purple one, right? 55. Tang. Grogu. Redline by a nose, paying off the bet. Horse finished in the top 6. Complete the prediction. Just like your horse Babs? Yeah, it's the worst. You want a U-shaped horse, Lady Wildfire? Yeah, finished in 10th. Right? That was the one that was running away with it. Let me set this up for the next race. Okay, I gotta wait for this race to finish. This next race. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's the next race. The PEX Silver Future. We're gonna watch this in 3D. In 3D. Same horse, same distance. Well, similar distance. 2,000. Red line right here out of the 5 spot. Kong. Must be the money. That's 4 for 4 Josh's horse. I wonder if he's in here. He races a lot. There's our horse, Jerry. They named their horse Jerry. Peacekeeper, a Genesis horse. Petite Filet. It's a solid name for a horse. I like that. And the main event. Yes. Well done. Well done on the horse namings. Do you have a stat tracker sheet for horses or just letting them go? Levitan's Jerry is Gerri. It's a Seinfeld reference. Main event's a beast. Okay. Redline is not a beast. Redline pulls 10 to 15 to 1 odds in most races. Never finishes in first. Finishes in the middle of the pack. A-frame horse on the Zed stats readout on finish positions. Meh. Main event has a 20% win rate. They go by too fast, and I never really am able to catch them. We'll get our first breakers at about 1,000. We'll get our second breakers at about 800. Third breakers around 400, and then we'll see. Well, 450, 500. Main is a U-shaped. Yep. That's the dream, man. U-shaped horses are the dream. And that's why I want to breed a bunch of horses, because I want to figure out if I can find me a U-shaped horse that can be a fun racer. And that's the whole point of this Road to Glory series, is can we find a U-shaped horse? You know, can we breed through our lines, or with open breeding with other horses in stables, we pick a winner and breed with one of them and keep it. We're going to sell some of them. Ideally, I would like to do some horse giveaways as well on the channel. If breeding is open and I can make a bunch of horses and, you know, give one away. Redline pacing himself. Not even going to come in close here. 200 to go. Kong way out front. Main event in 10th. Redline in 10th now. Kong's running away with it. This is going to be one of those 2-3 second distances. No, not 2-3 seconds. Come in last. Not last. 9th. Are these my horses? Yes. Not all 12 of them. Redline was my horse. So a 1.5 second gap between first and second. I had a day where I saw 3 races in a row where the gap between first and second was 3 to 4 seconds. Like horses just smoking the field. Redline was what? 4 seconds off the pace. Oof. Main event jumped up to like 7th there. Was bred from average parents who were not, and that's the thing. It's possible that from meager beginnings, you can, because it's all a roll of the dice, right? Like it's just the percentage chances that you end on something when you breed or when you race. It's all odds based. So like a 5 to 1 horse, theoretically, will win 20 out of every 100 races. So before every race, they simulate the race 10,000 times, and then they use a random number generator to pick which race they're going to display for you and have the actual finish. So if you have a horse that pulls 5-to-1 odds, that horse is going to win 20 out of every 100, but that doesn't mean they're going to win every one of them. So if you have a horse that's pulling 5 to 8 odds every race and goes on a 10 race streak where they don't win a race, it's still a very good horse. You're just on the wrong side of variance. Same could be said if you have a horse that's pulling 15 to 20-to-1 odds and you win 3 of 10 races. You're like, oh, my horse is amazing. Your horse is not amazing. You're just on the right side of variance. And the more you race, the more that horse is going to figure out and find its true odds based on the law of large numbers. So the key is to pull a horse that has those sub 10 odds consistently. And it depends on what distance race, because every horse has distance preferences. Some are great across all of them. Some are milers, some are sprinters, some are distance races. Yeah, there's a ton of U-shaped horses that basically just stay in class 5 and stay in class 4 and beat up average to bad horses all day. And essentially, if you race them enough to get to their actual, like if they have a 20 to 25% win rate and you're putting them in 100 races a day and they win 20 races a day, you're basically farming Ethereum. Now you're farming less at the lower stakes, right? At class 4 and class 5 than you would be at class 2 and class 1, but the class 1 races don't go off as much. But if you have a horse that's going to win 15 to 20% of its class 1 races, you're actually farming a good amount of Ethereum. If there's breeding and you get 7 covers for your horse every single month and you're getting paid 1 ETH, 0.7 ETH to 1 ETH to just breed with your horse, you get 35% of that as the cover. You're printing money if you have good breeders in your stable that are desirable breeders, I should say. Not to mention making your own to sell if you have the fillies, because the colts get the breeding fee and the female horses, fillies and mares, get to keep and name the babies. I did not see that. Louis got a great one. He runs so good. What's his horse's name? Real Crystal. Okay, here's his horse. Oh, look, it's a U-shaped horse. I love his stable name is Financially Stable. Well done. 53 races coming in first, 43 races coming in 12th. Class 2 racer, keeping himself out of class 1. Top 3, almost 36% of the time. It's a Genesis horse too. Sweet Jesus. And here's the other thing. It's a Z8. So like people like, well, I got to get a Z1 or a Z2 if I want to have a good horse that can rank up, class up, or make money from racing. You don't have to. If there's a drop, or if you want to buy babies that are Z8, they're kind of like a lotto ticket. You don't know what you're getting. Or if you buy a good racer is going to be a good racer. Odds that this horse pulls across all distances. Sub 9 at everything except 2600, where he's only run twice. You have an offspring from this horse and it's very meh. Interesting. Very interesting. That's a good horse. He's even pulling 9 and 10s in class 1. Yeah, that's your little boy. Even pulling odds in class 1. Look at that. Sub 10 odds in class 1. Look at these last 4 races. 4, this sucks. But like 11, 12, 12. Dropping him out of class 1 and back into class 2. Allowing him to dominate class 2 again for a couple of races. pretty sick. So when they open up, well, it's already a stallion, so you've bred it. You can't do it for 30 more days. I'm curious, what is the price to breed on a Z8? Like, what is the going price on a Z8? And this is a good ass Z8. This is a 21%. Like, so what do you think, Louis, you could get at stud prices for this horse? Like, what are you, once breeding opens again, what are you going to price this horse at to breed? 400, only 3 takers? Interesting. Only looking for Joe Burrow autographed cards. I mean, 8 minutes till this one goes. Gavin Bromley class. This is our horse, just like that. Kind of hard to find odds for just like that because people actually type the words just like that in chat a lot. So when you search for it in Discord. We go off in 8 minutes here. I'll set up a jamble for you guys. There's the next jamble. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Top 6. Yes or no? More than likely. I have my spreadsheet, but now that this has gotten better, now that Zed Stats really improved their site, like, I don't really need to keep my spreadsheet the way that I was keeping it before, except for the financials. When will Zed accept Doge? Never, probably. But like, yeah, he's raced 1 race at that distance, and so like I wanted to try and test him out because like I was like, well, he's pulling better odds at short, but like I want to put her in some longer races because I don't have data, and I put her in this one, she pulled good odds, but now I don't know what the odds are she's going to pull on this next race. But again, A-shaped horse. Not want A-shaped horse. Want U-shaped horse. I was hoping we'd get more races in, but I guess we didn't. I was hoping to start telling the tale of this new little horsey, because like racing the same horses over and over again that are just meh. Miso Horsey is a good name. Known solely, there's one named MEELA Bean. I wonder if that's like a baby from Vanilla Bean and some other horse. That's our horse, just like that. 11.11 win percentage. I bought her as a breeder. So I'm buying a lot of female horses so that I can just make a bunch of horses. And hopefully the point is, I want to be able to give horses away here and there. And we'll do like giveaways. We'll do like Marble Run or something, and I can gift a horse to somebody. I'll make a brand new horse. I'll name it. And you guys can get out there with a horse and we can do a little horsey giveaway once breeding opens again. Everything will be more fun for me. And if it's more fun for me, I think it's more fun for you guys. Right? I think it's more fun for the viewer if I'm having more fun. So the more breeding that there is, you're owed a horse debt from your dinosaur. Look, man, your dinosaur could have won that race. Could have won that fight. He didn't. He got 8. It's not my fault that your dinosaur got eaten by another dinosaur in a fair fight. Might have been a rigged fight. Why is that doing that? There. Zombie Boy looked like he was one of the studs, but like he's way out front early, and that is usually not a great thing in these distance races. Stopped and took a picture of him dying for a quest. I have to do what the park tells me to do. Just like that, bringing up the rear. Good job. Just pacing herself. Weed smoking skeleton. How does that even work? Just running away with it. Just absolutely running away with it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, just like that, making a move. He's got like a 2-set. How many lengths is that? Like a 6-length lead on the field. Here comes just like that. 500 to go. Here she comes. Get on that podium, girl. You get up on that podium, girl. Move it, move it, move it. You want to move it, move it. Come on, horsey, horsey. Get up, get up, get up. Come on, come in second. Come in second. Come in second. Come in second. Let's go. Do 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 do. Jakku was just way too good. Just like that. Coming in second. Just pacing herself, right? Don't worry. Dad, I got this. That's our girl. Boosting the place finishing. Came in second. Where was she?
He's a legend.